as we go through the brief. Blue Air weapons are free throughout. Both Red Air and Blue Air are set to invincible in this training session just for training purposes. It'll save us having to restart and regroup anytime we're hit. But if you do get a kill, do call it, and we will simulate a death. Also, red and yeah, just like that. Also, Red Air and Blue Air have unlimited ammo and unlimited fuel. So next slide. So just a quick refresher on the radio calls. Simon, you'll be well aware of all of these anyway. So the speed settings for tonight will be cruise will be 0.8 Mach. So if I just say Springfield cruise, that's the speed we're going to go for. We're going to use the Mach setting because we can use that at all altitudes. Buster is full mil. Gate is full afterburner. Press is to continually press and chase down an enemy, even if the bandit is going cold. So just chase him down aggressively. And skate. Skate is turn cold, disengage, and run for the hills. We'll do 5 radar intercepts with different aspects, altitudes. 1 will be hot, 2 will be flanking, and 1 will be cold, and the last one will be to the death, both firing weapons hot. Blue Air are to correctly call out bullseye brawl calls. The air-to-air bullseye for this sortie will be waypoint 3. And we will review all of those bullseye calls in the TAC view post-flight. The calls to remember at the beginning of the sortie will be Blue and Red Air turn in, and that'll be the indicator for both Red and Blue Air to fly towards waypoint 3 and start the BBR engagement. Then we'll run the engagement. Red will be weapons hold, as we said before, and both Red and Blue Air are to turn cold no closer than 10 nautical miles from each other.
Second.
So do not break a 10 nautical mile bubble from each other. So if you're closing down to 10 nautical miles, you just do a 180 and fly back to your home plate to reset. Okay, so do not pass within 10 nautical miles of waypoint 3 either. I'll show you a couple of diagrams a little bit further down, which will explain this a little bit more. And in engagements 1 through to 4, do not merge. We can merge on the 5th and last engagement. Okay, at the end of each engagement, the call will be knock it off, and that will be the call to disengage and fly back to the start location. Will be over your home plate. Both home plates are approximately 120 nautical miles apart, and waypoint 3 is in the middle of that track line between both Red Air Base and Blue Air Base. So just have a quick look at slide 11 and 12 for me. Oh, sorry, 10 and 11. You'll see a overall picture of the AO. Comes a little bit more clear here. Red Air is up in Aleppo. Blue home plate is down in Beirut International, and waypoint 3 is in the middle. If you flick on to slide 11, this is that spot there from the bullseye waypoint 3 to the edge of the no-fly zone. That's 10 nautical miles. So we're going to keep clear of that no-fly zone in the middle. Yeah, is that okay? Everybody got that? Because we're going to be practicing intercepting and engaging in BBR and just avoiding any merges and going into ACM in the first 4 engagements. Okay?
Roger that. Am I picking one of the air starts?
No, you can go ground start or air start if you like. We will be doing the ground start in the Hornet, but you can do whichever you feel most comfortable with, mate. I put the air starts in there just in case there was late arrivals or you crashed or and the same for us. I put air starts in for Blue as well, just in case someone had a technical difficulty and wanted to join again without going through the ground start. Right, so if we go on to slide number 6. This is mainly for you, Scooby. So you're providing the Red Air in 1 times f14 Bravo. I would like you to use some Russian tactics to employ your aircraft, which is why I've given you no Phoenix missiles. I have given you some Fox 1s, I believe,
Yay.
and some Fox 3s, I think.
Fox 2s.
Fox 2s, yeah.
Yeah, sorry,
Fox 2s and 1s.
Yeah, 1s and 2s, and your cannon. So, but just leave those for the last engagement, okay?
Yep.
Right, so the first engagement, that's going to be your attack profile for all of your 5 engagements there, okay? They're all pretty simple. But what we'll do, mate, is we will, after this brief, myself and you will go down to classroom 1 just so you can have comms with me, because I won't be able to talk to you on SRS in a different jet, different airframe. Okay, mate? Any questions on those? Pretty much, or the side, or the flank, or, yes, mate, yeah. Also, I've set up this MIS also, it'll have obviously Tomcats and Hornets in it, but I've also set it up with some F-16 Vipers for AI and for for human pilots to fly them as well, but we won't be using that this evening. And then it just goes on, there's some specifications on some of the bandits in the MIS. I hope they're all right. And Scooby, good old Wikipedia. If we go down to slide number 12, good old taxiways for the blue is we'll be taxiing out on runway 35. And if you just follow the little blue arrows down on the taxiway there, that's going to be our takeoff. If you just follow me, Simon, and hopefully I won't get lost. And Scooby, you'll be taking off from Aleppo if you don't do an air start, and you can take off on either runway 09 or runway 27.
Roger.
Yeah, skip tasking. Tactics are all SOP for us. And that is the end of that. Any questions from anyone? Silence is golden. I love it. Right, let me just move on to the flight briefing Excel sheet. I'll whittle this off quick as you like. So the aim of tonight is BVR training. It's BVR training set number 3. Call sign tonight will be Springfield and for the Blue Air and Pontiac for the Red Air. Alert state is NA training exercise. NBC state is white. Attack geometry is BVR and ACM on the very last engagement. Location flying out of for Blue Air is Beirut, flying out of Aleppo for Red Air. Fuel for the Hornets is 1,979 pounds, 3 tanks. Weapons are 6 times AIM-20Cs, 2 AIM-9Xs.
Good God.
3 tanks. Yeah, I know. Well, it's just a training exercise for us, really, for weapons and switchology. Really. Engagement zone is at waypoint 3. Tactics are BVR, chaff and flares, ECM on. Run out RV is your own home plate, and rejoin will be home plate, right-hand orbit at 20,000 feet at 250 knots, ready for the call for Red and Blue Air to turn in. Composition are, I'll take Springfield 1, Simon, you take Springfield 2, Jeff, if you just take either 3 or 4 if you want to listen in on the comms and spectate, and Scooby, you take number 1, Pontiac, one of the F14Bs. Taking off Beirut runway 35 for blue. Alert flying state is alpha. Color state is blue. Aids are serviceable. Takeoff will be ASAP if you've not done your startup already. We'll taxi out once everybody is ready, and we'll be taking off as an SOP-2 ship, Simon.
Roger that.
Frequencies are Box 1 Stud 1 is Beirut International. Box 1 Stud 2 will be Hornet Chat. Box 2 Stud 1 is Magic. Box 2 Stud F2 is the tanker, which we won't need because we've got unlimited fuel anyway. Misapproach, call going around, which if you want to land at the end. Any hang-ups, jets in an enemy territory. Set up your air-to-air bullseye at waypoint 3, as we've discussed in some of the previous training sessions. Counter red air tactics is know your formation number, keep your head out of the cockpit,